Hi, welcome to another episode of Antique Radio Archaeology. If you look back here, this is my workbench downstairs in the basement. See this gaping hole here? There was a shelf that ran along here, and on that shelf was all my test equipment. And I thought this was a very secure shelf because I've got studs here, I've got a stud here, and I have a stud here, but what I didn't know is the stud here only runs up to about here. And up here, there's nothing there. And I didn't know that. So when I mounted this shelf about 10 years ago, I had put a center bracket right here, and that center bracket gave out. And when it gave out, it somehow pulled the screws that I had on going through this stud over here out, and the whole shelf came crashing down. Well, as a result, I wound up damaging almost all of my test equipment. Well, now I'm involved with quite a few different Facebook groups, and one of the groups is a group that does vintage test equipment. And I went ahead and I posted this on the vintage test equipment thing, going, oh gosh, my stupidity, here's what happened. And in the process, one of the guys noticed that I had a meter, a Fluke 8010A. If you notice, the LCD panel here is shot. Well, he actually offered to send me one of those LCD panels. The guy's name is Dan Harbo Burer. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name, but he's from Denmark, and he sent me a replacement panel, and I just got it in the mail. So I'm going to go ahead and use this episode to show you how to replace a LCD panel in a vintage piece of test equipment. So let's get started. Well, it's actually been a while since I've taken one of these apart, and so let's see what I gotta do here. I think I know what I need to do. Now this comes out. Oh, that would help. Okay. Now the LCD panel itself, oh, you can see a nice little glass crack there. I don't know. You definitely see where that thing went. The LCD panel comes out relatively easy. And I don't know if I need to take anything out other than the LCD, but we'll see. Dang. The screws are something else. There we go. Okay. Whoa, that was it. Yeah, I don't need to take it apart any further than that. Well, if it isn't broken, it is now. Okay, there we go. There's our bad LCD panel. As you can see, there's discoloration. Oh yeah, look at that. And here is the new panel right there. So what I need to do, remember how this goes, this sits right in here, I believe. And I need to snap this. Oh, okay. That's how it goes. So, I've got these three parts, or these four parts. And I say four parts because there's this little conductive strip right here that's real important to this process. Now, I tried putting this back in through the front. It didn't work. I think I'm going to have to remove this face plate to get to it. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. This is just very important that I get access, there we go, to this board right here. Okay. So this is going to go with this down. Oops. Move that part down. The strip goes in here on the bottom. And this whole assembly is set down on that board right there. So that goes there. Strip is in place. That goes there. And that pops over there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and secure that. Alright, it's nice and secure. I'm going to go ahead and put this panel back on. Make sure all my connections are good. That. Alright. Nope. I'll make sure this is slid in there. Okay, so now that all that's back together, should fall right back in place, which it does. Alright, now comes the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and plug this in. Alright, so Alright, so I don't have anything on my meter after replacing the LCD, so I did happen to check a couple of things, and one of the things I remembered and was able to verify online is that this thing has NiCad batteries in it. And NiCad batteries are notorious for shorting out when they get old. We used to work with them a lot in the military. So I'm going to go ahead and try and pull this battery box off of here. Okay, there's the NiCads right there. And go ahead and there's a meter. Yep, dead short. Son of a gun. Okay, my NiCads are shot. Alright, that's not a big deal. I'm just wondering, I don't know if this meter will work without the NiCads or not. Let me see. Removing that short might be a good thing. Let's just give it a quick shot. Ah, that's it. Look at that. There we go. I have a meter. Alright, let me see if I have some leads here somewhere. Okay, so it's not the best in the world, but here's a couple of leads I can use. Let's put that one in the common. Put this one in the volts. Alright. Now, I believe there's a battery. Let's go ahead and see how many volts are on it. I think it might be a dead battery or pretty close to dead. Yeah, it's only reading 4.5 volts. It's supposed to be 6 volts. There you go, about 4.5 volts. Go ahead and put her back together. And then I need to see about getting some NiCads for it. So I've been able to get some batteries for this. These are the replacements. And of course, before I do anything, I want to go ahead and make sure it's still working. Let's see. 6 volts. It's a 6-volt battery. This is actually a fully charged battery, so that's correct. Let me go to ohms scale. Okay, I'm reading a short. So I'm good. Everything's working before I get started. Very fancy packing. I don't know. Okay, so what I think I need to do, I need to clip these off. Expose a little bit of that side, expose a little bit of this side. Alright, this is the negative. So, what I'm going to do, this one's a little bit too short. Okay, so I'm just going to bend that over. Let's see. I think I got that in there. Yep. Alright. So if I mount that, yeah, that'll reach. Okay, so got the battery in the box. Positive lead goes here. Negative lead goes there. Okay. And I do have something. Yeehaw. Alright, go ahead and get this back together. let's see what happens. Help, 10 volts. There we go, 6 volts. No power cord. So the battery's working. So this will plug this in and allow it to charge. Go to ohms. Yep, we're good. Well, first of all, I'd like to say that today's video was not anticipated. This was actually going to be just a 5-minute video on how to do an LCD replacement, and then as you can see, it morphed into a whole lot more. This is actually the first test equipment video I started. I know I have released another one prior to, but that was only because I was waiting on parts for this one in the meantime. I would like this to be the beginning of a series of test equipment videos that I'll be putting out. And one of the things I kind of like about this one is it's showing a repair, not a restoration. There seems to be a lot of restoration videos on old test equipment, but you don't see a lot of repairs, especially on specific things. In this case, the LCD, and as you can see, we ran into other issues as well. So if you like today's video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of these, hit subscribe. In the meantime, happy restorations, everybody. Hope to see you next video. Goodbye.